Hi everybody, welcome to Japanese Easy Study channel. Today we are going to learn about the grammar in Japanese language, or we say Japanese language proficiency test. 日本語能力試験19. The grammar that we are going to learn about today, we'll talk about the grammar of Iru Baai Janai. The grammar of Iru Baai Janai is mean that there is no time to be doing something. There is no time to be doing something. So how to use the grammar of Iru Baai Janai? In Japanese, you can use the grammar of Iru Baai Janai with the verb only. But when you use with the verb, you should change the verb to be the te form. And after that followed by iru. And after that followed by janai or dewanai. You can use both de by janai or by dewanai. It just has the same meaning, such as this is no time to be doing that or something. So remember that when you use, you can use with the verb only and should change the verb to be the te form. And after that followed by iru. So to make more understand about how to use the grammar of Iru Baai Janai, the next we are going to see some example. The first example, 今は笑っている場合ではない。今は笑っている場合ではない。Which means that this is not an occasion for laughter. This is not an occasion for laughter. Let's consider in this example. In this example, they use the verb walau, right? Walau is mean laugh or laughing. But you change to be the te form. You can change walate, right? Walate. And after that followed by iru and followed by dewa nai. Walate iru by dewa nai. In this case, it means that when you do something seriously, but somebody is still laughing at you, or when in the case that it's normal to laugh, but otherwise just laughing, that means you can say walate iru by dewanai, right? Instead of you to help somebody, right? But you just laugh instead. So in the case like this, you can say 今は笑っている場合ではない。Right? Let's see the next example. 今は悲しんでいる場合ではない。今は悲しんでいる場合ではない。Which means that this is no time to be sad. This is no time to be sad. In this case, we see that in here they use the verb kanashimu, right? Kanashimu. Kanashimu is mean that sad or feeling no good. But when you change to be the te form, you can change na kanashinde, kanashinde, and after you follow by iru and followed by dewanai. So in this case, you can say 今は悲しんでいる場合ではない。Right? So it means that there is no time to be sad, or it's not the case to be sad, something like this. So when you do something and you feel sorry and you feel sad, right? But in that case, you should continue to do, right? For example, you do your business, do something, but you fall down, but you have to get up, right, and fly on. So you should not be sad. So in the case like that, you can say kanashinderu by dewanai, right? And you can say in both of sentence, you can say kanashinderu by dewanai, or you can say kanashinderu by janai. It just had the same meaning. The next, jodan o itteru by janai. Jodan o itteru by janai, which means there is no time to be saying jokes. There is no time to be saying jokes. In this sentence, you see that they say itteru, right? So in this word, they say you is mean say. You is mean e and follow by u, right? But you can change the te form, you can itte, something like this. And after this, say followed by iru by janai. So you can say in this sentence like jodan o itteru by janai. There is no time to be saying jokes, right? For example, you do something seriously, or you take in examination, or and your friends say something, or just say joking with you, right? That is not the case to say joking. You have to say something good to your friends, right? So in the case like, you can say jodan o iteru by janai, something like this. Or you can say in this sentence jodan o iteru by dewanai. It just had the same meaning. Example, しっかりして泣いている場合ではない。しっかりして泣いている場合ではない。Which means that hold yourself together. There is not a time to be crying. Hold yourself together. There is not a time to be crying. You can see that in the sentence they use with the verb naku. Naku is mean cry. But if you change to be the te form, you can say naite, right? So in this, they can say naite and followed by iru and then followed by dewa nai. So in this sentence, they can say shikari shite naite iru by dewa nai, which means that hold yourself together. It's not a time to be crying, right? Shikari shite, which means that you should pay attention, you should focus, you should focus yourself, you should manage the problem, something like this. Night by day or night, which means that it's not a time to be crying, right? So when you have some problem, you got some problem, so you are feeling no good about to fight on or to keep doing something on, right? So in the case that maybe somebody will say shikari shite, which means hold yourself together, or keep focus, something like this. Night by day night. It's not time to be crying, something like this. You should fight on. You should keep doing something like this. So I hope that you understand about how to use the grammar of te iru by janai or te iru by dewanai. It just had the same meaning. If you don't know how to change the verb to be te, you should learn another video clip how to change the verb to be te iru. The next we are going to learn about the grammar of Teki. Teki is mean change, when we change the noun into na-adjective. For example, ish or like ish. So how to use? In Japanese, when you use the teki, you should use the noun and followed by teki. And in teki in here, you can use with the kanji, or you can use with the hiragana as you see here. But actually, In Japanese, for advanced writing, advanced communication, they don't use the hiragana. They just use only the kanji as you see at the booth one. So remember, let's go to see some example together for how to use Teki. 私は基本的に何でも食べます。私は基本的に何でも食べます。Which means that basically I eat everything. Basically I eat everything. In this sentence, you see that when they use the noun, 基本, 基本 is mean basic. But when you use the teki, you can say 基本的 which mean basic coding. From basic to basic coding, right? I eat everything. 何でも食べます which means I eat everything. The next example. これは政治的な集会だ。これは政治的な集会だ。Which means that this is a political meeting. This is a political meeting. In here we see that they use the noun 政治. 政治 is mean politics. But when you use the teki and you say 政治的, 政治的 is mean the political, something like this in English. So this is a political meeting. 政治的な集会. 集会 is mean together or have meeting together, something like this. So you can say meeting, political meeting. Let's see the next example. 彼女は金銭的な理由で退学しました。彼女は金銭的な理由で退学しました。Which means that she dropped out of school for monetary reasons. She dropped out of school for monetary reasons. In here we see that they use the verb 金銭, right, with the teki. 金銭 is mean the money or the financial. But when you use with the teki, they can say 金銭的 is mean monetary. Monetary is mean the money. 金銭的な理由 monetary reasons, right? で退学しました which means he dropped out of school because he or she has no money. She has the problem with the money. So you can say 金銭的な理由で退学しました which means monetary reason. The next example. 健康的にこういう食べ物は体に良くないよ。健康的にこういう食べ物は体に良くないよ。Which means that healthy, these kinds of foods are not good for body. Healthy, these kinds of foods are not good for body. You see that in this example, they use the verb or the noun kenko, right? Kenko is mean health of the body, right? Health of the person. So they use the teki. So you can say kenko teki, which means healthy. Kenko teki ni kouyu tabemono, which means healthy. This kind of foods. Karada ni yokunai, which means not good for the body. That means if you want to eat something good for your health, good for your body, right? You should eat the good food that has the vitamin in there. So this is about how to use the teki with the noun. So actually when you use the verb, the noun with Teki, it had a meaning that like we can say, I see here they say healthy, right? Healthy or monetary, something like this. So I hope that you understand about how to use. Remember that when you use the Teki, you can use only noun. You can use noun in adjective or verb. The next example. The next we are going to learn about the grammar of Temo Hajimaranai. The grammar of Temo Hajimaranai is mean that even if something is no use or there is no point to something. In Japanese, when you use the grammar of Temo Hajimaranai, which means that you can use the verb only as you see here. But when you use the verb, you should change the verb to be the dead form and followed by mo, and the last one followed by Hajimaranai, which means that you begin by the verb and change the verb to be the dead form. After that, followed by mo and the last one followed by Hajimaranai. And it has the meaning that there is no point to something, or even if you is no use, something like this. So to make more understand about how to use the grammar of Temo Hajimaranai, the next we are going to see some example together. The first example, 今更担当者を責めても始まらない。今更担当者を責めても始まらない。Which means that it's no use blaming the person in charge now. It's no use blaming the person in charge now. In here we say that they use the verb 責める, right? 責める is mean that blaming somebody, right? 責める, and when you change to be the te, so you can say 責めて, and you can follow by も始まらない. So in this sentence it say 今更担当者を責めても始まらない, which means that there is no use blaming the person in charge now. For example, somebody you tell him or tell her to do something, but for the time to do, he or she didn't do something, anything, everything just the same. So in that time, even you blame him or blame her, your work doesn't go. So in the case like that, you can say even you blame, nothing can change, right? So in the case like that, each one you can say 今更担当者を責めても始まらない. That means you should do by yourself. Let's see the next example. 文句を言っても始まらないだろう。文句を言っても始まらないだろう. Which means that complaining won't change anything. Complaining won't change anything. In this example, we see that they use the verb you is mean say something. You or say something. And when you change to be a dead form, you can say ite, right? So after that, you change the verb to be a dead form, you just follow by mo hajimaranai. So in this, they can say ite mo hajimaranai. And in this sentence, it says, 文句を言っても始まらないだろう. That means even you say, when you say somebody, you complain somebody, right? Even you complain your job or your work does not going on. So you have to do by yourself. You have to start from yourself. So even you say something, your word still the same. Your view still does not go any on. So in the case like that, in Japan you can say 文句を言っても. 文句を言っても is mean that complain or you say something. 始まらないだろう which means that even you say something or you complain, nothing can be changed. You have to start to change. Something like this. An example. 自分で考えても始まらないので先生に聞いてみよう。自分で考えても始まらないので先生に聞いてみよう。Which means that it's no good thinking about this on my own. So I will try asking the teacher. It's no good thinking about this on my own. So I will try asking the teacher. In this sentence, you see that they use the verb 考える. 考える is mean thinking or considering something. So in the case when you change the verb 考える to the day form, you can say 考えて, right? So after you can change the verb to be the day form, you just follow by も始まらない and say 考えても始まらないので自分で考えても始まらないので which means it's no good thinking about this on my own way. Or even you thinking and you start to do something but in that idea is not work. It doesn't work. So you have to ask your teacher. So in the case like this, you can say 自分で考えても始まらないので先生に聞いてみよう something like this. For example, you don't know something. For mathematics, you cannot solve the problem, right? Even you still trying to solve, but you still haven't found the solution yet, right? So to save the time or to make sure that that is the true way to solve the problem, so you can say 自分で考えても始まらないので先生に聞いてみよう try to ask the teacher, right? Let's see the next example. 今さら後悔しても始まらないし次のことを考えよう。今さら後悔しても始まらないし次のことを考えよう。Which means that it's too late to regret things now. Let's think about the next step. It's too late to regret things now. Let's think about the next step. In this sentence, we see that they use the verb 後悔する. 後悔する when you change to be the day form, you can change like 後悔して. Right? So after you change the verb to be 後悔して, you just follow by も始まらない. And in this sentence, they mean 後悔しても始まらない is mean even you regret, it cannot solve the problem or it's too late to think about that, right? So they say 次のことを考えよう. So let's think about the next step. So in Japanese, indicates that you do something. For example, you take the examination, but you fail, and you still regret about the last examination that you took. So even you regret nothing changed, nothing could be better. So in a good way, you should think about the future, think about what you have to do on. So in the case like this, you can say in Japanese, 今更後悔しても始まらないし、次のことを考えよう。今更後悔しても始まらない which means that even you regret, right? You cannot solve the problem because it already in the past. Something like this. Even you regret, even you are regret, something like this. And it says, 次のことを考えよう which means let's think about the next step. So I hope that you understand about how to use the grammar of Temo Hajimaranai. Temo Hajimaranai which means that every time you just use the verb in the date form only. You cannot use with another, such as noun or adjective. Thank you very much for watching my video clip, and please help me subscribe my channel if you haven't. I hope to see you about learning Japanese grammar in the next video clip. ありがとうございました。